Alright guys, JB and Diesel back with you once again. This is Betrail at House on the Hill. It is a strategy game. Second edition, the original edition is no longer in print. Reason why a lot of people were complaining and bitching that there was hardly any win conditions on occasion, and that's the case, it is true. I told you guys that I'd be doing a review of this game, and I am. So let's go ahead. I'm going to bring the box down here. Let's see if I can do this with one hand. Have not been able to do it with one hand. The box looks like it's been mauled by a bear. I understand that. Aha. Now these bags in here never came with the game. I actually bought these bags. This is actually a bag from an old marble case. I don't know why. And these little tubes here, they also don't come with the game. And they encased some of the cores that I had from when I played Battle Spirits, and they're actually really good storage units for these. There's a lot of things in this game you have to punch out of the cards when you first get the game. There's also a little black container that was originally in the box. I took it out because I couldn't fit everything in it to do the game, so I just found these and other pieces. I might transfer a lot of the stuff to a plastic bag too. You get a lot of these like little monster creature token thingies. You have 6 character cards, which I will take out. You have a grand starting point, which is the entrance hall and grand foyer, and the staircase leading upstairs. You also get a time tracker. This is mostly for the haunt, and I'll explain what the haunt is in a second. In this bag, I think I have the character pieces in this bag too. God love rubber bands. Rubber bands can only do so much. Do I have them in there? I don't believe so. Oh, this would be fun to clean up. I'll tell you what that is in a second. These are all the room tiles and the dice. You get 8 dice in the game. Put the camera down. And you get the entry, the room tiles. A couple of them fall out. Whoops. I'll tell you some of the favorites from me and the group later. And you get these 8 dice. Now these 8 dice, there's something very, very special about these dice. There are 1s and there are 2s on each of the sides, but there are also 3 of them that are blank. Reason for that is every time an omen card is discovered, and I'll explain what they are because I'm about to get them out, you make a haunt roll. You then roll all those dice, and if your total is lower than the omen, count on the table, the haunt begins. And the room tiles, let me grab one of each. I find it very funny because I try to find them all and I can't do it. So that's a ground, that's all 3. I need an original, just a upper, fuck, damn it. That's the favorite one of the group. That's one of those. There is a ground floor. There are cards with just basement on it. There are cards with just ground on it. There are ones with just upper floor. There are some that say like ground and basement. You can use these on either one of the 2 floors, but once it's placed, you cannot move it. One for the upper and the ground, and then one for all 3. Now those are the tiles in the game. There are different rooms, like let's see, we have the gallery, which was what the last haunt involved, the underground lake, patio, chapel, game room, abandoned room, And if you can see, all these actually, I think all of them, but no, all of them had one. I'm trying to find one that has another symbol. As you see 2 symbols there, you see what looks to be a bird and what looks to be a swirl. I'm trying to find the other one, which looks like, well, I'll just find one of those. These are the 3 different types. You have item cards, event cards, and omens. Item, event, and omen. Omen is the last one here. Item, event, omen. Item cards always have that little longhorn. Events always have the swirl. And Omen's got the bird, like a raven type deal. Some of them actually have multiple ones, like the vault. That's got an event, and if you can open the vault, you get 2 items. Some of them have... Nope. Wow. Absolutely crap on them. Like the creepy hallway. And then you have ways to get down to the basement, like the coal chute. And of course, America's favorite tile in this game, the mystic elevator, which me and my friends all call it the Wonkavator. If you've ever seen Willy Wonka, you'll know why. There's so many different tiles in this game. It's like, wow. You actually get 2 other tiles. Let me see if I can try to find them, because I normally have the tiles separated from the group. With the grand entrance, you also get a basement landing and a upstairs landing. But let me go back to the cards. Let me try to find the cards and character pieces for you. These are the cards, and I should have the characters in here. Yep. Separate core bag. Nice. Put the camera down here again. Stare at the box. Up above the box. Okay. The cards. Put the camera down again. Sorry about that, guys. Like I said, there are 3 different types of cards you can draw. There are events, which in this game there are a shitload of them. Guess it's never a bad thing, you know? Event cards. Items, which there aren't really many of, but there are still a good bit. And the omens. These are represented again by the symbols that are on the rune tiles. Depends on what card you draw. Okay? And some of these have effects that you actually deal with. Now, you can see the event, the item, and the omen. All these cards represent what could happen. Now, I was talking about, like, let's say there are 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 omens out, which is a pretty big number. The most recent omen, I don't want that one. Don't want that one either. I'll take the ring. We'll do the ring. This is the ring. And let's say I found it in the furnace room. Okay? I make a haunt roll. Let's just say, for the sake of fact and love, it's 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I roll and I have a really terrible roll. I only managed to hit a 6. Now I need to hit a 7 or higher to be okay. Since I didn't, the haunt will begin. And you get 3 books in the game. I'll go to the characters in a second. You get the Secrets of Survival, which you don't read until the haunt begins. The original rule book, which you can read at any point. And the Traitor Tome, which we'll actually get into. Because the Traitor Tome is where the haunt is. Now, it was the ring in the furnace room. So what you do is you go into here, the haunt chart. Haunt says haunt chart right there. You look for the ring, which is at the top. What's this inside here? The ring at the top, and the furnace room, which is the first, second, third, 6th one down. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. The number that my finger is over is a 28. 28 is the person that has the highest knowledge. That's who would turn the traitor. Let me go ahead and read, or you can actually see what the haunt is. I'm not supposed to do that, but I don't care. 28 is, of course, called the Ring of King Solomon. So then the person that was the traitor would leave the room and read what they have to do to win the game. The other people would read the Secrets of Survival book, which is that green book I showed you. Looks like that. Would also go to the same haunt and read what they have to do to win the game. And then, of course, become an all-out bloodfest part, pretty much, in the game. Now, there are 6 colors in the game. There is red, white, yellow, purple, green, and blue. All these characters that you get with the game, they represent one of each color. Like this is blue, yellow, green, red, white, and purple. Kind of reminds you of a different game, right? Certain game. It's basically Clue. Got Miss Scarlet, Mr. Green, Colonel Mustard, and all them. Well, on each character card, each color, you get 2 characters. This one is blue, which is Madame Zofstra and Vivian Lopez. The numbers that you see in green for the knowledge, the sanity, the might, and the speed, that's their starting values. And during the game, they go up and down. If a number ever reaches a skull, which is that last part right there, my finger is over. It's really hard to see. Right there. You're dead. Bottom line. Bye-bye. You're dead. You can't win. You're dead. There are 2 characters for each one, per thing. And the funny thing is, you can be one of these colors, but if, let's say, I'm red, on this one there's Darian Flash Williams and Ox Bellows. I want to be... Dear God, who do I want to be? For the sake of the game, I'll be Ox. Let's say you want to be Darian. You can't. I already picked the color red. You got to pick a different color. But as the game goes on, you're trying to basically win against the traitor, or the traitor is going to beat you. The game is really cool. It's really challenging because you want to find out what the hell happens. I remember my favorite haunt in this game is called Buried Alive. The person playing as a traitor buried your friends in one of the rooms in the mansion on the bottom level, the basement level of the house. You have to find you have to find out what room, then start making knowledge rolls to try to break the ground and to free your friend before she dies. Or he or she dies, I should say. Is the game very fun? Oh, hell yeah. Does it take a little bit of time to set up and clean up? Kind of for the setup. Definitely for the cleanup. But overall, if you know what the hell you're doing in this game, if you like to have a lot of fun, if you like Clue, you'll definitely love this game. The only difference between this game and the first edition, there's actually ways to win in this game. Also, the best part also about this version of the game, I believe the first version had it as well. I don't know. I don't have that version. There are ones that don't even require a traitor. Yeah, it's everybody for themselves. You either win or you lose. That's how it works. Also, the thing with some of the rooms, by the way, I forgot to mention, you can see like the crypt here. It says if you end your turn here, take 1 point of mental damage. All the characters, like I mentioned, have different things: knowledge, speed, might, and sanity. The mental damage will be either the sanity or the might. Sanity or knowledge. Speed and might are physical. And I mentioned there were a lot more pieces to the game. I'm going to hate doing this, but I'm going to have to. They look like this. All these little tokens, or as my friend Bongi calls them, dinguses. These little pointers right here, the one that's in my hand, kind of looks like a little coffin a little bit. They're the pointers that go in your character cards to show where you're at. Let's say I'll be Ox again, and let's say I have to make a might roll. Well, if my might is at 5, I take 5 of the dice and roll them. Wow, not bad for 5 dice. It's 7. Not bad. And, of course, like I said, during the game it goes up and it goes down, depending on what happens. You're going to need to sometimes deal with a secret staircase. Sometimes during a haunt you have to make a might roll, knowledge roll. Damn, let's get off there. A sanity roll, which God knows I don't have a lot of. And by that I mean sanity. You have to deal with a wall switch, blessings, skeletons, random items. Remember when I showed you guys the vault earlier? If you happen to crack open the vault, this is the token that goes there. It's called Vault Empty. There's a closet. There's a safe in one of the rooms. If you fall through the collapsed room, you can put this in the room right below it. Secret passage. You know. All these things make the game more interesting because no one knows what's going to happen. All these things just randomly happen during the game. It is a very, very fun game. Like I mentioned, it's Clue kind of on crack. One person's a traitor in most of the haunts. If not, it's every person for themselves. The game overall gets a 5 out of 5 for the fact that it's just too damn fun for me to not play. I originally got into the game from an old friend of mine who I don't see. Thank God. Not to be mean to the guy. But overall, playing the game is a lot of fun. You get to see a lot of different things and use your mind and strategize for the fact of the game. Right? It's 2:21. Actually, I have enough time to do one more game. Which one is it going to be? I don't know. You're going to have to stick around and find that out. Until then, I'll see you next time. Peace out, baby.